Let's go ahead and do a pull real quick. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about why this car that I'm sitting in, a 2015 Lexus RCF, is one of the worst selling cars in the world right now. Now, mind you, I own this car and I've owned it for around 4 to 6 months. And to be honest with you, for owning it for this long and knowing about the competitors of this car, let's talk about why that is and compare it to other cars within that same realm. And be sure to stick to the end because I'm going to tell you exactly why I bought it. I'm actually not that surprised that it's actually on the worst selling car list. First of all, we need to talk about the speed of this car. This car gets 470 horsepower and has a 0 to 60 of around 4.4 seconds. Now, mind you, this car weighs almost 4,000 pounds. It sits around 3,900. And also buying parts for this car, it costs around $5,000 to $6,000 at least if you want to go full bolt-on. And even after spending all of that money, you'll be lucky if you get around 500 wheel horsepower. I'm talking a tune, headers, exhaust, intake, everything. And because hardly anyone buys this car, getting parts for it can be like pulling teeth. Let's say you want to get like a Meisterschaft exhaust or PPE headers, you're going to be spending at least $5,000 to $6,000 for it. Not to mention all the wait times because they have to custom make it and they simply just don't have them laying around. And to be honest with you, you're better off just purchasing a supercharger kit for $10,000 for this car to get around 600 to 700 horsepower. So you might as well just save up for that. But the big reason as to why this car does not sell well, pretty much sells nothing compared to its competitors, is because of the price to performance ratio. If we were to compare BMW M4s and M3s of the same year, let's say a 2015, this is a 2015 Lexus RCF, those cars get a 0 to 60 of around 3.7 seconds with the same amount of horsepower. You can get those M cars for around $35,000 to $50,000, which is the same exact price range as this car. And because there's a lot bigger community for the M cars, the aftermarket parts are a lot more readily available, and you can simply get a lot more power for the amount of money that you put into them. Like if you were to take that same $6,000 that you would put in a Lexus RCF to be full bolt-on and put it towards an M car, you can make some pretty serious power. I'm talking extra like 150 to 200 horsepower. And you have to understand that the Lexus RCF and the F line in general was made to compete against M Performance and AMG. And AMGs, I'm not going to lie, completely blow this car out of the water as well. You get a turboed V8, and if you look at the 2018 C63S AMG, the body lines look amazing. The car is pretty fast, has around 500 horsepower with a 0 to 60 of 3.9 seconds. And again, the tunability and performance is all there. And when it gets worse is when we talk about the newer Lexus RCFs, where they want $80,000 to $100,000 for these cars with the same amount of performance. All they've really done is updated the taillights and the headlights. But if we were to spend that same amount, let's say on a 2023 or 2024 BMW M4 or M3, it isn't a challenge whatsoever. And those cars will gap this RCF all day, every day, even while stock, because they come with around 550 horsepower. And this time they have a 0 to 60 of 3.4 seconds. So it's a whole second faster than any Lexus RCF that has ever been made. Not to mention you can get these G80 M3s and M4s for under $80,000. So you can save like 20 to 30 grand getting a BMW M4 instead of the RCF. So it is no surprise to me as to why this car simply does not sell well. That goes for the Lexus LC500 as well, which came in at number 4 as the worst selling car. This took the number 5 spot because in terms of performance, they don't do so well. Now, don't get me wrong, this car also has some benefits as well. You know, they didn't make that many F cars. The RCF is pretty rare, so they do hold their value quite well and they don't depreciate that much. But if you're trying to maximize the amount of speed and power that you can get out of spending $50,000 to $100,000 on a car, then this might not be it for you. But if we were to compare this to other cars like a Scat Pack, this can easily beat that. Which, I mean, they're around the same price range for the two, but Lexus, I'm sure when they had this car in mind, I don't think they thought twice about competing against Dodge. And considering you can get a HELLCAT for $50,000 to $70,000, which is a supercharged V8 that has 700 to even 800 horsepower, this doesn't stand a chance. So far, as you guys probably know, people don't like these cars. They lack on performance, aftermarket parts, and a community in general. But let me tell you guys as to why I personally bought it. So my first fast car was a 2008 Lexus IS350. It was able to beat most cars on the road when it came to like a G37 or 370Z. And I always loved Toyota and Lexus. They're reliable, they look good. They're not the fastest cars in the world, but they're decently quick. And from that Lexus IS350, I got a 2011 GX460. I learned that car wasn't for me. I wasn't ready to be a dad yet. And then I was on the hunt for either a Lexus ISF or a Lexus RCF. And I ended up getting an RCF because no one wanted to finance me for an ISF because of how old they are now. now. And I have never had these cars let me down because I always kept up on the maintenance. And mind you, I bought my 2008 IS350 with 173,000 miles on it. And by the time that I sold it, it had around 185,000 miles on it. And all I had to do is keep up with the maintenance, like the valve cover gaskets, I did the spark plugs. So as you guys can probably tell, Lexuses are very reliable, and they're actually the #1 ranked car in the world right now for reliability. And that's one of the biggest reasons as to why I purchased one. The second overall reason is because of the looks of the car. The Lexus RCF in general is a very good looking car. It stands out and no other car looks like it on the road. It has very unique headlights, taillights, bodyline style. And also, I'm the type of person that loves unique cars. I don't like purchasing cars that everyone else is buying. Of course, I could have got a BMW M3 or M4, but I feel like people overhype those cars all the time, and that's all they care about. I love driving something where if I go to the gas station or a car meet, there's gonna be that specific amount of people, a tiny amount of people that actually know about this car, and those people I can actually relate a lot with, because the F community is a lot more tight-knit community, and everyone pretty much knows each other. And we also need to talk about the interior of these cars. I have a red interior, as you guys can see, and out of all the other cars that I've been in, Lexus has done it best when it comes to the leather quality and overall design. Now, people that buy these cars, including me, don't really care about speed that much. 300 to 400 to 500 horsepower is plenty for the road. And I'm the type of person that really doesn't care about that much power. Like 470 horsepower is plenty for me. That's one of the reasons as to why I haven't really done any performance mods yet. I've done more of like cosmetic stuff, but in the future, I will add some more performance modifications. Another car that this sort of competes with is the 2020 Toyota Supra. The Supra has like 350 to 360 horsepower, but it's also turboed. That B58 motor can take a lot of power. And again, the Lexus RCF loses in the performance potential category. And I was stuck between getting a Supra and this car. I am glad I went with the Lexus RCF. I just love Lexus's reliability and that sound of that amazing V8. And after owning a V6, I don't think I could ever go back to one. And we also have to talk about why the majority of people buy these cars. Of course, you have the regular soccer mom that loves these cars, that wants the status of owning a Lexus, or just want the comfortability of it. But the people that buy the F Performance line are more about the reliability, the looks, and thirdly, the power. And they're more of like classy individuals that want to have something fancy, but not too fancy like a Mercedes or BMW. I don't think of Lexus as a fancy brand, but it's also one where people want to be more humble, because you guys know how it is. Everyone wants a flash for Mercedes or BMW, but I feel like the people that have Lexuses are the ones that are actually balling. All I can say is that I could probably see Bill Gates or Warren Buffett driving around a Lexus compared to a Mercedes or BMW. Also, you guys, I wanted to say that I'm very thankful for all the support that this channel has gotten so far. We're gaining subscribers pretty fast, and on top of that, you know, the shorts are doing well. If you guys want to watch more short form content on things like the top 3, the top 5 cars you can buy for whatever budget range, you can watch those as well. But one of my main questions for you guys is like, what should I do in terms of content? Like, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see more car vlogs? Do you want to see more vlogs of my car? Do you want to see car meets? Do you want to see like POV GoPro videos with a GoPro on my head and I'm driving? Like, those videos can do pretty well too. Like, for me personally, I go to car meets every single weekend, so I'm always getting new content to film for you guys, and sometimes those videos are what you see in the background. But I truly want to know what you guys want to see, what you guys will be sticking around to watch, because I legitimately enjoy making these videos. And I can also invest more time and money into putting more modifications onto my car, and I can update you guys on that. We can do a build on the RCF. But I also know out there, like, there's not that many people that follow or like the Lexus RCF, right, or the F Performance line in general. So I feel like there wouldn't be that many viewers, because at the end of the day, I want there to be a good mix of things that I want to do, but also things that you guys enjoy to watch. I recently had a Lexus F photo shoot, so that's going to be coming up in the next couple of videos. So that's going to be awesome. Like, something like this I've never seen before, and that's going to be awesome because we literally got a warehouse and we were able to get some amazing shots, amazing content, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys what that looked like. And an idea that just came to me is, like, I live in Georgia, okay? So if you have a Lexus, or if you have a certain car that you want to feature on my channel as like a review, you want me to make a video about it, I will do that. And, you know, we can feature you on the channel, we can create tons and tons of content together. Just let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section, because this channel is not just my channel, it's your guys' channel, and I can see its potential. I'm sure you guys can see its potential. You know, I'm trying to go to the moon. You know, one of the main reasons as to why I started this channel was to be able to create content with my friend. And like I said, we're already monetized, and I thank you guys so much for that as well. We're just going to keep going on and on and on to the next level. So let me know, guys. But other than that, you guys, those are the top reasons as to why this is one of the worst selling cars ever. Hopefully you guys got a lot better understanding as to why I purchased it and why people purchase the F Performance line. With that being said, be sure to comment down in the comment section as to why you might think that the Lexus RCF doesn't sell too well. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.